Hello, my name is Keshwani. That's Keshwani, Keshwani. We are here because we want to prepare for GMAT. We have been solving GMAT math problems out of this book here, GMAT Review, the official guide, the 13th edition. If you do not own this book already, purchase one immediately. You're going to need it. The problem that we are about to solve is the one that you will find on page number 181. Please turn to page 181. Today is our lesson number 239. Problem number 205 is what we are about to solve. It says, John and Mary, let me read the question as it appears in the book. John and Mary were each paid X dollars in advance to do a certain job together. So they were each paid X dollars. The employers gave them equal amount to do certain kind of job. It turned out that John ended up working on the job 10 hours and Mary worked only 8 hours. As a result, Mary turns around and gives John Y dollars of those X dollars back to John so that they both have the same hourly wage. Apparently they've been working together for a while. They were understanding they're going to each make the same amount of money per hour, and since she worked 2 hours less, she gives him back Y dollars. Question simply is, how much was John paid in terms of Y? Now, how much was John paid? What John was paid the same as what Mary was paid, which was X dollars. So we're basically looking for, what they're looking for here is, what they're asking here is, what is X in terms of Y? This is the question. This is basically what they're looking for. What is X in terms of Y? Now there are two ways we can go about solving this problem, as you always hear me say in problems such as these. This is an algebra problem, and therefore there are two ways we can go about tackling it. One way, of course, is what most people would do, is to solve this question in a traditional way, orthodox way, conventional way, classical way, in an academic way, in an algebraic way. Another method is to simply plug in numbers for the variable and convert this algebra problem into an arithmetic problem, which is what we're going to do first. We're going to first plug in some numbers, solve this question as an arithmetic problem, and then I'm going to show you, if you insist on it, if you're hell-bent on it, then I'm going to show you the proper way, the classical way, the algebraic way. Okay? But let's first do the quicker way first, the way you would probably want to tackle this question in the real exam, because trying to do this question in a conventional way with algebra is not what I would recommend. It takes too long, and there's a greater probability that you'll end up making some mistake. Let's take a look at it here. Here's what's going on. Since they both work a total of 18 hours, since they both work together 18 hours, 10 plus 8, let's pay them some multiple of 18. In other words, plug in some number that is a good multiple of 18. How about $180? That sounds like a good number to plug in. So we're going to assume that they were paid $180 together. So John was paid X dollars, Mary was paid X dollars, and we are assuming altogether, because they worked 18 hours, they were paid $180. In other words, we are assuming that they're getting paid $10 an hour. They're going to split this amount evenly, so he gets $90 and she gets $90. So that's the value we're going to plug in for X. In other words, we are plugging in $90, 90 for X. Okay, now let's continue our work on the top. I need the room, so I'm going to have to erase everything. Now, as we know, John worked 10 hours. He should have gotten 10 times 10 or $100. He should have gotten $100. Of course, in the real exam, you have to do all this thinking process yourself in your mind. You're not going to write everything out. You just have to think. You should have gotten $100. Instead, you only got $90. Similarly, Mary should have gotten $80. Mary should have gotten $80 because we were told that she worked 8 hours. But she got $90. In other words, she got more than $10 more than what she should have gotten. John got $10 less than what he should have gotten. So Mary turns around. Mary turns around and gives John $10 because they want the hourly wage to be equal to each other. And that $10 is what they're calling Y. That's it, we are done. The question simply was, how much is X in terms of Y? Well, X turns out is 90. X turns out is 90, which in terms of Y, because Y turns out to be 10, which in terms of Y is simply 9 times 10, or 9Y. Voila, this is our answer. 9Y is the answer, 9 times 10. That's it, we are done. That's the end of the story. The answer is E. Now, from this point on, everything that we do from this point on is something that we're not going to do the real exam, but I'm going to do it on the blackboard anyway, the algebraic way, just for the practice, just to get some practice, just to get some acquaintance, only if you're curious, to satisfy your curiosity. So let's do it now algebraically, from the top. Now, as I said before, algebra is not something that you want to play with in the real exam unless you're very good at it. So they each got X dollars, we know that. Total hours was 18. Therefore, the hourly wage turns out to be the total amount that they got, which is 2X dollars divided by 18. This is the hourly wage, okay? Which makes sense. He got X dollars, she got X dollars, total is 2X dollars. They worked altogether 10 plus 8, 18 hours. So you divide that amount of dollar amount by hours, that's your dollars per hour. Let's keep on going. This dollar per hour that we have here, we know now that John should have gotten 10 times that amount. Because this is the hourly wage and he worked 10 hours. He should have gotten 10 times that amount. Let's simplify this thing. Divide top and bottom by 2 and we end up with 10 times X, which is 10X over 9. Similarly, Mary should have gotten my handwriting is atrocious. Mary should have gotten this hourly wage 2X over 18 times 8 because she only worked 8 hours. Let's simplify divide top and bottom by 2 and end up with 8 times X over 9. How much did Mary actually get? Mary in reality got, let's continue here. She should have gotten 8 times 9X. This is what she did get. She should have gotten, or rather she did get, in reality, she was paid X dollars. She was not paid this amount. She should have gotten 8/9 of an X. She did not get 8/9 of an X. She got X dollars, which of course is same as 9/9 of an X. She got 9/9 of an X. She should have gotten 8/9 of an X. In other words, she was overpaid. He was overpaid. I'm not sure if overpaid is hyphenated or if it's one word or two words, doesn't matter. She was overpaid. 8-9 versus 9-9, she was overpaid 1/9 of an x. This is what she was overpaid. Are you with me so far? And that's the amount she turns around and gives back to John, which they are calling y. Which they are calling y. If 1/9 times x equals y, then of course x would have to be 9 times y. Voila. That's it. That's the algebra way. We'll see you tomorrow, okay? Bye now.